Hey everyone, it's me, Flaro Spider, and I'm sorry for the whole month of taking a break from videos because clearly what's been going on with the Arrowverse has affected me that much, where not only did I stop with DC videos, but also with videos entirely. It was that bad. But thankfully, because of Black Adam, DC's getting better behind the scenes. But anyway, that's not really the point of this video. But before I talk about today's topic, I also was being held back by school starting and thinking about a lot of other things to the point where I kind of forgot I was even a YouTuber. But I decided to make a video now because I just want to thank you all for giving me more than 200 subscribers, now 220. And tomorrow, by the time of this recording, it's going to be Halloween in my area, so I wish happy Halloween to you all. And in today's video, I promised that I was going to be doing horror videos, and now I'm going to be talking about the status of not DC, but Creepypasta, which you've never really seen me talk about it on this channel before. And I did mention my Halloween ranking video last year that I liked Creepypasta, which, by the way, I've not seen Halloween Ends yet, so I won't be making a new ranking until I watch that. However, I have heard some mixed opinions on it, and if you've all seen Halloween Ends, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. But anyway, so, by Creepypasta, for those of you who don't know, Creepypastas are famous horror legends on the internet, which are basically scary stories that are copied and pasted around the internet. That's why it's called Creepypasta, because it's spin term on copypasta, which means copy and paste. I know, I wasn't sure why it was called that until I found it out way later, but a while ago. So, even if you'd never heard the term creepypasta, I'm sure you've probably heard names like Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, and stuff like that. And there's also even Minecraft ones like Herobrine, which I didn't even know was a creepypasta until I got into it. I always thought it was a boss in Minecraft. And Slenderman was so popular that it inspired the Enderman. Which, yes, I play Minecraft. It's one of my favorite games. Well, haven't played it in a while, though, because of personal life issues, but I'm not going to talk about that. And creepypastas have been very popular since 2008 is when it started with Jeff the Killer, I believe. And then 2011 is when it started to get even more popular. And then 2012 was when it was at its peak. And how everybody would be talking about Slenderman, Jeff the Killer, Ben Drowned, and all of that stuff. And then 2014, I think, is when it all went downhill, because that was when the Slenderman stabbing happened. And for those of you who aren't familiar, it was about a 12-year-old girl who, well, two of them that were very messed up fans of Slender Man who wanted to stab one of their classmates in order to impress him, which is extremely messed up. And even, it's still talked about to this day, which, don't get me wrong, I like the Slender Man mythos along with Creepypasta and stuff, but nobody should go that far into doing it, especially because it's all not real. And even if they were, you shouldn't do stuff like that. But I feel like because of that, it's one of the reasons on why it started to get a bad name for it. And then 2015 is when Jeff the Killer got rebooted, which the reason why is because the original story was extremely popular and by many people who liked it. But then there were also other people who, many of them, that disliked it, so much to the point where they criticized it for being poorly written and then demanded it to be off the wiki. And it was so strong to the point where it was eventually banned from the wiki, and then it had to get rebooted. Which, I'll tell you this right now, I actually really liked the original story, and I think Jeff is scarier in the original than he is in the reboot, because, well, just how insane he is, the way he looks, and all of that. But don't get me wrong, I like the reboot series as well, on how, which, yes, the reboot managed to get sequels, and what happened, I like the take on Jeff the Killer being somewhat of Jack the Ripper and a cult and stuff being inspired by him, but I feel like he was personality-wise less scary than he was in the original, which, it's fine. I don't really mind horror villains being scarier for different reasons, but I don't know, it just kind of lost it for me. And if you're familiar with why what I mean on Jeff from the original being more insane than he is in the reboot, if you were to come across those stories, you'd know what I mean when I say that. So, and the main problem with it is people criticized it for mostly some of the most ridiculous reasons ever, which I'm not even going to list them because, one, there's way too many, and two, I have other parts I want to talk about, and three, to be honest, I like watching videos that that talk about why it's bad, because then I get to debunk their points in making it. Again, if you dislike any creepypasta, I don't care, but just let everybody have their opinion, please. While another problem is creepypasta fandom started to get so toxic to the point where they made the creator of Eyeless Jack give up on the story and removed it from the wiki. And the thing that's worse too is how everybody seems to get so mad at each other to the point where they make we're all supposed to believe that certain writers are terrible people, like JC the Hyena, the one behind Sonic.exe, and Snuff Bomb, the one for Laughing Jack, which I'm not 100% convinced Snuff Bomb is a bad person. I heard it had something to do with child grooming, but I haven't seen like 100% official proof of it to me. So please don't get mad at me for defending the wrong person, but there's a thing where they could just be lying about it to make him look bad for attention, because it's happened before many times. But even if he is a terrible person, then that's just another thing that ruins it for me, because I actually enjoyed the Laughing Jack stories of how scary they were. And then there was also the Slender Man movie in 2018, which, unlike most people, I don't think it was one of the worst horror movies of all time. But when I watched it, it didn't really meet my expectations. Mainly because, well, for starters, it was PG-13, and I prefer my horror movies being rated R because they're scarier. And sorry for the buzzing, it's just people on Discord, but anyway. It also, I just could have been a lot better. The stories of Slender Man, I felt like could have been pretty good movies. It was just wasted to me, my opinion. And thing that's worse too is how back in the last story revolving around any major creepypasta that I'm aware of was Jeff the Killer Randy in 2019. As far as I'm aware of, I don't know for sure, but it's been 3 years now and Banning K has not continued on from it. I'm not sure why though, if he just gave up or if he's been off the platform or whatever the reason was, but it didn't say it was the final installment. And plus, I've even read the story myself, and there was a cliffhanger. But my point is, though, I just feel like creepypastas just went downhill. Not sure if you all agree with me or not. In terms of how some have been adapted and others being having toxic fans, to also creators who are terrible people, which it all just mainly ruins it for me. So I just thought I'd voice my opinion on all this. So yeah, let me know what you think of this video and what your thoughts are on all of this. If there's any more reasons why creepypastas went downhill, please, let me know in the comments below if I missed any other reasons or if I just didn't even know about it. And also, let me know in the comments below what video I should do next. And also, like and subscribe.